There's so many things, but I would say probably one of the things that has really made me proud is the stances that we're taking. It really feels as though we are kind of moving with the Word of God and what God is trying to call us to do, which is not an easy thing. And our stances are kind of making change. It's things that in mainstream media and kind of what's going on in the world can seem like very contentious topics. But as a church, we're kind of taking a stance that's like what is good for people and what's good like in a very humanistic perspective, which I've really, really been proud of.
I'm proud to be a Presbyterian because we're thoughtful and orderly.
One thing that we passed in committee that also passed in plenary I was really proud of was the Trans Day of Visibility, but it put something on the calendar and it was an idea from transgender people that we took into account. So I think that's really important.
An unofficial ick is that we have to reconsider. I understand why we have to do it, but it takes a long time. An official ick is that I think there have been at some points times where not everyone has agreed and it has been a little more contentious than I thought it would be. But I guess that comes with the territory, so yeah.
Long days.
It's hard to get sleep.
I get sleep sometimes.
I feel like my major ick for General Assembly this year would be that there have been some communication issues.
That one person that just just said no to everything, like what is it, what's up with that, like, I know what we're talking about, so
I'm really proud of what we did with Polity 01 of additionally affirming and putting in the diversity statement including LGBT plus people. I find that really important.
I really enjoying votings.
I'm proud of the young adult presence and how seriously the YAADs have been taking this. I know talking with people that there's been a lot of progress that has been done, but I, still hear from other individuals about issues with misgendering or mispronouncing names and things like that, which I view as deeply problematic and hope that the Assembly can find better ways of, making sure people are aware of how to speak with people, be that, having a little, here's how I pronounce my name bubble next to on my name tag or what have you to help alleviate those forms of concerns.
I think just sitting for hours, especially as like a teenager and a college student that is rather antsy, I am not super great at just sitting and listening and not doing something else, like coloring or doing something else.
Ooh, not having enough breaks.
It's been really, really slow. This is hard. The process that we use is good and it's democratic for a reason, and that's very, very important. But oh my gosh, it takes forever to do so many things.
Yeah.
I am proud of all the YAADs and how we all have been speaking up against a lot of things that we feel are important and we want to be heard, and a lot of the commissioners that have helped us do things that we can't do with just our voices.
we are one, so we stand together as one. I'm so proud of everybody. Like, I just love that we're all one, so, as a community.
One of the main things that makes me proud to be a Presbyterian is like the sense of community that I feel here. After a very heavy round of like plenaries, and then one that was less heavy but plagued with a few technical difficulties, let's just say. The moderators had us all take a break and just do the electric slide and the Cupid shuffle, and that was the first time I ever did the electric slide. It was fun, and just everyone was either up and dancing or just like watching and like clapping along. The energy was at an all-time high. It felt good.
Something that gives me the ick is that I'm not the only pastor's kid here.
Some issues are harder, and with some of the presentations, we might have been misled.
There is some information that could be handled a little better.
it was a little confusing during training to find information. And yeah, I don't feel as prepared as I feel like I should be, but I mean, it's not the worst.
Yeah. It's hard to know what are they saying. Like, can we just include like a little blurb? Like, scientific research papers have this thing at the front called the abstract that basically sums up what the paper says, and then if you want to read more and know more and go more in depth, then you read the entire paper. So like, if we could do something like that for the overtures, that would be really useful.
Well, there's a lot of things I'm proud of, but I think one of the big ones is the action on gun control that was taken yesterday. The testimony from the people who chose to speak up was incredibly powerful and incredibly moving, and I'm very proud of the action the Assembly took with their effectively unanimous vote.
Everyone has had such a great relationship with the YAADs. They're willing to talk. They treat them with a lot of respect. And if there's a problem, they're willing to help, which thankfully not too many problems, but a lot of conversations, a lot of reaching out and just expanding horizons.
I think when I came here, I was really worried about finding community because online it was really hard because I didn't know anyone and I was not expecting to really connect with anyone. I came with my dad too, so I was kind of just expecting to just be by his side the whole time. And I've been really proud about how the Presbyterian Church and especially the YAADs have came together and supported one another and met and really cared about our vote, even though it doesn't necessarily impact the results of the election directly, but we've cared about how it indirectly affects and how it can advise our commissioners, which I didn't necessarily expect.